1. We should be live. Yes.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Friday at 420. My name is Mike Neighbors, your host for the next 40 minutes as we attempt to entertain you. Thank you, first of all, for joining us on this Facebook live stream. Please don't forget to like and share it so your friends know that this is going on, and we would love it if you do that. If you want to watch old episodes of Friday at 420, you can find those on any streaming service. Just look up Friday at 420. Loads of great content for you there. All right, let's get to it. I'll introduce the panel to start on this Friday at 420 on this Tuesday afternoon. And first and foremost, I always have to introduce my life coach because he makes me. It's Patrick Coppolino.
Buongiorno.
Hey, you doing, Patrick?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Listen, how was the weekend? Levity, full capacity available. How'd you do?
Yeah, it was great. Saturday was a really, really good turnout. It was,
nice.
I think, the biggest one we've had since we've reopened. So, yeah, it's looking good. I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Looking even better for this weekend because we got a great comic who's headlining for us, and he's on the show today. But before we introduce him, we got to say hello. I'm sorry, Manolis is distracted. I'm distracted by all the hair on Manolis's arms. Usually you wear some sort of cover-up, Manolis. What's going on there?
I got patches on my shoulders. You know what I mean?
Like you rubbed some of them off. What? First of all, why? Okay, why are you dressed like that? This is a family show.
I've been painting a room, so I'm painting, dude, and I realized like this my parents' house is like the carpet. I realized I was like messing around, and my house has hardwood floors and it's beautiful. So I'm like getting rid of the carpet, painting the walls, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to turn this place into like a swingers club or something, you know.
Wow. Okay. Just don't dress like that when you invite the swingers over.
All right. I just loosely open robes. That's it.
Always great catching up, Manolis. Hey, let's welcome our guest this week. He's been on the show before. He's the host of two shows on Sirius XM, Joint Ventures Cannabis Radio on Canada Talks, and Comic Strip on Just for Laughs Canada. Please say hello to our good friend, Mr. Ben Miner. How are you, Ben?
Yo, I'm the swinger the Manolis took his sleeves off for. What's up?
Maybe, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't do it for everybody.
No, he doesn't. You got my rider. I said, yeah, I'll be on the show, but I want to see some shoulders, Manolis. I want to see the shoulders. And also, I forgot that Patrick is Italian until he said buongiorno earlier. I'm like, that's right. He's super Italian. Coppolino. Like, yeah. Every time I look at you, I think you're Irish or something.
I know. Everybody does.
He's the most Irish Italian guy we know, man. How you doing, Ben? Things been going well. You are headlining this weekend at Levity, so we first of all appreciate you coming to the Hammer to entertain the kids.
Buddy, I love going down to the Hammer, home of the Hamilton. I love going down to Hamilton, so it's a good time. Life is good, man. Knocked my wife up. Also got married since the last time I've been on, and gonna have a baby, possibly on 420.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, babies do 419, and I've already had my wife agree that, listen,
we got to stretch this out.
Hold it in. Just hold it in. Right? Just do what I do, and I got to pee. Just think of a knot.
I'm not sure that's going to work, but I've been down this road before, so I know these things. Listen, Ben, you said I got my wife knocked up, and then you said you got married. Was it in that order?
Actually, yeah, it was. Yeah, we celebrated too hard after the proposal.
Well, congratulations, man. That's very cool. So expecting your first, and could potentially be April 20th.
Yeah, very exciting.
That is very exciting. How's your wife doing right now? Has she been handling pregnancy well, or have you been put through hell? What's going on?
It's all good, right? Like, she's a bit tired and whatnot, but I mean, I don't know. I don't listen when she complains. No, everything is good. She's just pooped right now, and less than 8 weeks to go officially. Yeah, it's exciting.
It's a lot, man. It is a lot. All right. Well, we are glad that you've joined us for our little show Friday at 420. with Ben Miner, and we'll begin the show. I've got my 12 random topics and 12 randomly numbered envelopes that I stole from my former employer. So, Ben, you get to pick a number from 1 to 12 for your first topic on Friday at 4:20.
Oof, let's go for 11.
Number 11. All right, here we go. Topic number 11, Friday at 4:20. Ben Miner, our special guest, headlining Levity this weekend. This is interesting, Ben. It's almost like I knew what you were going to talk about before we got to this. Best idea for asking someone to marry you.
Oh, you knock her up. My proposal made the news. It went it was in Blog TO, it was on global news, like on their actual newscast, and some radio stations called me up. So I proposed to my wife. I tricked her. It was on Easter weekend. It was Easter Sunday, actually, of last year. And I told her that we were going to drop off a birthday present for a friend of mine who lives near Comedy Bar. But that was all a big lie. And the gift that she was carrying for him was, in fact, her ring. So I had her carry her ring to the proposal spot. That spot being Comedy Bar on Bloor Street West in Toronto. And when we got there, she looked up at the marquee and said, "Dear Jen, if you're not busy later, would you please marry me?" And then music came on, and yeah, she gave me a solid maybe. I got a solid maybe.
Nice.
That is very cool, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, then Blog TO had an article about it, and yeah, I mean, again, it's newsworthy. When everybody was shocked that I got a beautiful woman to say yes. That made the news.
Well, especially because it was public because of the marquee, right? So that kind of got it very public that there was something going on. So
probably more to do with that.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool, and you got a solid maybe at the moment, but then she eventually gave in, eh?
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually. Manoli, could you come up with something that clever? Could you, if you ever get to the point where you're going to ask, you haven't ever asked a woman to marry you, have you?
During sex. Sober, no. Yeah, I've actually asked. I've asked a few girls to marry me, and then posted it on the internet and made everybody think it was real. I've done that, but no, in real life, no. I want to. There was a theater downtown Hamilton, and it was closed, and it was the last movie. It was on the marquee thing still. The last movie I ever played there it said "Will You Marry Me" was the name of the movie, I guess. And I thought, if I ever ask a girl to marry me, I'm going to do it right in front of this theater. And then that
set up.
So right, and then that theater got torn down. So I just took it as a sign. And I've always wanted to ask a girl to marry me in a giant group of people, not for her to say yes, but for her to say no. And for everybody to be like,
get the sympathy drinks.
Everyone's like, "Oh my God!" I've always wanted to be that. When I see those videos, I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I love those videos.
I love them. The guy just gets he's like, "This chick's there's no way this girl's gonna say yes, so I'm just gonna ask her in front of 20,000 people, so she says yes, and thinks that's gonna work somehow, and she just leaves." And I want to be that guy so bad. I don't know why. I think it's hilarious. I bought some art today. Can I show you guys quickly?
Yeah,
sure. Sure. Nice.
Mike,
that looks
is that your
cool.
picture?
Yeah, it's one of my pictures. Yeah. Did you have that blown up? Did you?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it so much that I blew it up. I like it.
Well, yeah, no, it's kind of cool, man.
I need you to sign it for me, Mike.
Okay. Next time I see you, Manolis, which I try and avoid as much as possible, but if you put a proper shirt on.
If you marry me, I'll put anything on.
It's funny you said about in the videos where people get rejected, because the very first time I asked my wife to marry me, she laughed in my face. Now, luckily for me, there was no one else around. And so I took that as a sign that I should wait. So I waited a while, and eventually.
How much longer after?
Oh, probably 6 months.
Wow, you stuck around after that, huh?
You know what? Yeah, I did. Ben, you know what? I had the same. It was a little bit of the same thing. I thought there's no, if she laughed in my face, I thought I got to keep working this because there's no way I'm getting a girl this good. So
Yeah, that'd be more like, all right, let's be hitting the old dusty trail.
Yeah.
wanted to stay together. She just did not think we should get married or
It
engaged.
doesn't normally go that way. Well, good for you, Mike. Way to prove people wrong.
I stuck with it, dude. Patrick, you got any brilliant ideas for how an engagement should go down?
I want to see the skywriter do it, because I was talking about this with somebody the other day. Like, is skywriting it's got to be someone's like side hustle, right? That can't be someone's full-time job. Like, 'cause I've never seen one and I want to see it.
Patrick,
And I
aren't
think
you
that'd
married?
be really impressive. Yeah, but we didn't. It was more of a suggestion because we were in Vegas. It was like a, should we do this? Okay, let's go do it.
Didn't she
It was
like?
hardly
Did she
romantic.
like? Did you say like, well, can we think about it? It's like, and didn't she like yell at you?
Yeah, she was getting upset. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll avoid this
So
fight.
she proposed to you.
But technically, it was more of a, hey, I found out how much it is. We should go do it. Very
It's like-
romantic.
And then she's like, you don't want to marry? It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Oh my God! So
You know, most days Manolis wears his heart on his sleeve. Not today.
Patrick, how about you pick a number from 1 to 12, not 11?
7.
7. Oh, that's way at the bottom here. All right, they were shuffled. That's why they're not in any order. I got to go through them. All right, here we go. Hey, here we go. You know what? We have a sense. Bars are at full capacity. We have mandates being slowly but surely lifted, either because of or regardless of the convoy. So what are you looking most forward to in returning to normal, Patrick? If we went right to normal, what is the thing that you think would be the biggest difference in your life? I know you enjoyed the pandemic and being isolated.
Yeah, I've
There must
really
be
gotten used to this lifestyle.
There must be something you're looking forward to that you weren't able to do over the last 2 years.
Well, I mean, I kind of have to say just comedy clubs. I'm hoping comedy shows go back to being packed and it's
Being able to move around, go to shows in other towns, and
and like
yeah.
just the atmosphere afterwards, like, is like karaoke. We've been doing karaoke after our shows and stuff, but people are still weird about that too.
Right,
like
right.
sharing a microphone and stuff. So just the whole thing, the comedy shows and just the people sticking around, having a good time. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to, because it was weird for a while seeing a picture of like large groups of people, or especially like we have friends in bands that were posting pictures of them like jumping into like a mosh pit and stuff like that. Just seemed so crazy after the first year of COVID, like seeing people like being that close and touching strangers, and there's sweat and spit everywhere. But I want to go back to being able to spit on our friends.
Ben, how about you? What are you most looking forward to as we come out of this thing? If it was a full return to normal, what is it that you think that you missed the most?
I'm looking forward to spitting on Patrick's friends.
I knew I wasn't the only one.
That's the one.
I don't know. Just go out, eat good food, right? Like, the one thing I've really missed is, man, you ever got to pee in public when everything's shut down? Oof, I've never peed in public more. That's been
true.
iffy. And so it was a number 2, or you're walking like a penguin. You know what I mean? Got that penguin walk going on. You just hope you don't sneeze.
Trying to get anywhere that's got a toilet.
Anywhere. And
Yeah.
if there are no toilets open, then everywhere is a toilet, Mike.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm a golfer. I know. You can go anywhere.
I almost took a shit in a dog park once because I thought I was going to shit my pants.
But that was before
Yeah.
COVID. That's not COVID related.
That was
And-
before
And it
COVID.
was right beside his house.
And it wasn't a dog park. It was the mall.
Like, all right, I don't have all the details. I have no sleeves on. All right, guys.
It was the food court.
Food court, dog park. They're very similar. Manoli,
Yes.
what are you most looking forward to?
Honestly,
You
it's
missed the most. Did you miss traveling? Did you miss traveling the country, Manoli?
yeah, I do. I did. I do. I mean, it's traveling's a little different. Traveling's a little different for me now. Like my mom's in a nursing home, so I for me to go away too long, I can't. I'm still not cool with that because my mom's really like used to seeing me every day. So, but I'll still be able to go. I still will be down to go somewhere for a weekend. You know what I mean, and shit like that. But what I really miss is just being able. Like, I just don't want to wear a mask anymore, dude. I don't want to wear a mask. But weirdly enough, though, sometimes there's like girls that I like you end up seeing on a regular basis somewhere, like, but like and they wear masks, and then they'll do something like they'll pull their mask down quickly to do maybe scratch or whatever, and you see the rest of their face, and you're like, I'm like weirdly turned on, like holy, like I'm like I feel like they just showed me a tit or something. I'm like, whoa, look at that, her lips.
Right. Well, you know you're about to get a smooch if a girl leans in and pulls her mask down, right, Manolis? That's
yes.
I'm guessing. Like, I think she wants to smooch me. The mask is down.
Yes. Right. It's like it's the opposite of the condom.
Whoa, grow up.
Nothing worse than going in for the smooch and she leaves the mask up. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. And you don't go for the smooch. I think it's a pretty clear-cut sign that she does not want to smooch you. If the mask remains on.
I think he'd go for the smooch anyways, because I've seen him try to take a sip of water with his own mask still on. He forgot to take it off.
Yeah, but in all fairness, that mask had Greta written on it. So
thought he was good.
It didn't go through, oddly enough. I was surprised.
Yeah, it just spilled all over you.
Yeah, I remember that. I was out levity. I'm like, what the fuck? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with my mouth?
You've legitimately
I've got some guesses.
You legitimately forgot you had your mask on?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Pat saw me do it. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. None of us are surprised, guys. All right.
No. Not surprised at all. Oh, this is Friday 420. Ben Miner, the host of 2 shows on Sirius XM. Let's talk first about Comic Strip on Just for Laughs Canada. If anybody has not checked out Comic Strip on Just for Laughs Canada, talk to me a little bit about what they can find with that show.
It's just me talking to comics. That's all it is. It's like being in the car with comics. It's like an hour-long chat. It's a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What is it that
you've
you're
been on it before,
for?
Manolis? It's just
no, I've
never.
never.
I'll get you on. You've never been on it?
No, I've never been on it
before. Okay, we'll get you on.
Okay.
What
this isn't recorded, is it? No.
What are you what are you holding on to right now, Ben? Because
the top of my booth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just stretching it out there, buddy.
Stretching it out.
Okay,
my back is
excellent.
sore. My lats.
Oh,
crampy
no.
lats.
You look like you're hanging upside down, but they flipped the camera right side up.
That's the beauty of being bald. You can't tell when someone's upside down.
Something weird going on there. Who have you talked to lately? You got something on Comic Strip coming up? Do you do it once a week, couple times a week?
It's every week, but this month I gave my show to some fellow comics in support of Black History Month. So
nice.
My buddies from the Underground Comedy Railroad have been taking over my show all month, and they're hosting some great comics that appear on their album, the Underground Comedy Railroad compilation album. So I figured there's no better way to support than to just step out of the way and let people have their own voice. And
nice.
I don't know, I got no problem. I've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
People host it.
That's a really cool idea, man, and it's it's a great opportunity for all involved. So that's a really cool thing.
Check
that out. Sirius XM Comic Strip on Just for Laughs channel, Sirius XM Canada. All right, back to our game here, Manoli.
It's my number.
Your number, buddy.
Patrick, you ready? I got it written down. Are you ready?
Want me to guess?
Yeah. You want to guess what number? See if Ben can do it too. I wrote the number down. Let's see if you guys can guess the number I wrote down.
4.
2.
6. Damn it.
Well, 4 plus 2 though.
2 is 6. There we go.
There, we did it. We did it.
You guys are geniuses, man.
Close enough.
Oh, all right. It's going to take a little creativity here now, kids. Manolis' topic on Friday at 4:20. Manoli, if you ever were to go to prison, what would your nickname be?
Bottom.
But
yeah, man. I'm not taking
quick.
it. No, because I'm like, we all know you got to pick, man. It's either ass or mouth, and I pick ass.
Manholis.
What's that? Manholis. Yeah.
Manholis.
I'm doing it. Like I'm not saying I want to get like a big giant cock in my ass. All I'm saying is I don't want a big giant cock in my mouth. That's all I'm saying. So I have to. We all have to make choices.
And you don't want it to go from A to B, especially, right?
Exactly. No. Exactly. I'm gonna do a good job as a bottom. Make sure it doesn't get to my mouth because I need him to finish. You know, just down there, not up here, bro.
All right. So we've got one prison nickname. Patrick Coppolino. What would your prison nickname be? Bottom is taken.
My high school bully nicknamed me Chamime Breath, which I later found out translated to penis breath. So I'd imagine it'd be quite similar in prison. Probably the same.
So you pick mouth.
Yeah, I told it was.
You guys have left nothing for Ben.
I don't think Ben was picking those two.
There's other holes, Mike.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'd be like the guy who like he's too confident for a little dude, so you think he's dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good spot, man. I like that. Yeah. Let's look a little crazy, right? And just like, yeah, you know what? There's no way he should be that confident.
When you're a little dude who doesn't flinch, people make up stories in their head. They're like, I'm going to back away.
Why is he in here?
So safe to say you'd be Manolis's top. Nice. Okay, well, we wrap that up. That's fantastic. It's your turn, Ben Miner, to pick a number between 1 and 12, not 11, 7, or 6.
Let's go for 8.
Oh, wow.
No, I was thinking 8. I was. Oh, my God.
Damn it. Played that.
We're doing it, guys.
Listen, this is an interesting. So all I'd written down as the topic was shaving sucks because I was shaving my beard, and I hate shaving, but I don't like having a beard. All three of you have beards. Is it because you hate shaving, or is it because you like having a beard? Ben, you get to go first on this one.
I have a beard because I used to be super fat, and I wanted some semblance of a jawline.
That's good. How long have you always had since you were able to grow one, have you always had a beard?
No, I think I started growing a beard in my early 20s.
Okay.
I've never seen a fat dude with it, and I was like, his double chin isn't as noticeable with that juicy beard.
That's
so I grew a juicy beard, but now I'm fit and I got a beard anyway.
Okay, I'm starting to see some of my dad's jowls coming out now that I'm older. So the beard makes sense as a way to hide that. Man. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, you could always comb the ponytail over it too, right?
I could bring it around. It's almost long enough. Yeah, almost long enough. Have you? And so once you grew a beard, you haven't gone back. You've never gone back, or you tried?
I've had a variety of beard styles. I've gone from bushy. I had like the stupid line thing, jaw beard for a while.
Okay.
You had a giant one at one point, I remember too.
I had a pretty good beard at one point. When I met my wife, I had a big goofy beard. And she keeps making fun of me for it. She's like, can't believe that's what you look like when you met. And I was like, my clippers were broken, man. We literally met like just as the pandemic was starting.
No way.
So everybody's baking bread. And I'm getting married and making babies. Grow up, everyone. Get a life. Try harder.
Yeah. Take that sourdough recipe. You get stuff that sourdough recipe.
No excuses.
No excuses.
It's a funny thing because you're about to be a dad. When I had a full beard and mustache at one point, and my daughter was maybe 3 or 4 years old, and I shaved it all off, and she lost her shit, man.
Yeah, I can imagine.
She just she didn't know who I was. Like it blew her mind, and
I was around that age. My mom used to have straight long hair down to her butt, and one day she came home. And she had a perm that was short and curly, and I didn't recognize her when she walked through the doors. And then I started crying. I was like, no!
Who's this strange lady?
But, I was 19, 20 years old. This is what happens.
You got to get over that shit.
I was 4.
Manoli, I don't know if what you have, it can be construed as a beard. It looks like you look kind of more of a homeless accent. Have you always had that little bit of not trying?
Pretty well from birth. I have, yeah. The beard thing came later, but it's funny. It's weird because I've known Ben a long time, and he's got that like a long fucking time actually. 20 over 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I remember meeting you for the first time was at the Yucky Yucks 25th anniversary party.
Okay, yeah. I remember that. But like Ben, well, I was not. Oh, I guess you consider yourself overweight back then.
Dude, I was 320 pounds.
Okay.
I'm 5'4".
Okay, but it was like it's so weird now that I look at Ben and I can't even imagine the old Ben anymore. Like it's weird it's weird that that existed. It's so
Yeah.
It doesn't even seem like
It's even
It
weirder
does-
that I survived.
yeah. But I used to have a beard. Like I used to have a really big beard at one point, and then I had too much gray in it, and I just started. I thought like, oh, I'm gonna look like Jim Morrison, but I just looked like a disheveled homeless guy, like ready to beg for change. So I find as keeping it stubble. I like a mustache. But I keep getting rid of it and then growing it back. I don't know. I like looking a little disheveled in a general sense. That's my thing, I think.
That's your groove, is it?
We
Yeah,
call
it's
that
my-
Manolis chic.
yeah, very chic. Yeah, and about shaving, you hate shaving, or
I do hate shaving.
Okay,
Actually, I think I think that's a big part of it too. I do not like shaving at all. You know,
such a pointless task it sometimes seems.
Yeah.
Patrick,
Yes.
I think you've had a beard as long as I've known you, since you were 10 or whatever.
Yes. Something like that. 10 or 11.
Married her in
They were-
Vegas.
Yeah.
Are you always with the beard, right?
As soon as I was able to grow one, yeah, I've pretty much had one. But it mostly is the reason that, like, that I still have it all the time is, yeah, usually just laziness, because I keep it like somewhat respectable now. But there was a time too where mine was like approaching ZZ Top ish, like it was really big, and people would always like compliment me on it and be like, "Oh, nice beard. What do you do to it? Like, do you trim it? Do you use oils? Do you whatever?" And my answer is like literally nothing. Like the reason it looks like that is because I do nothing. Like you just do nothing
Just
for
let it
long enough,
go.
you have a beard. Yeah.
I clean
So-
shaved. I clean shaved at one point. Look at this.
Oh, here we go. Oh, wow.
Whoa, that doesn't even look like
Oh.
you.
No
Oh,
way.
shit! What the fuck?
Dude,
That's
there's no way
crazy.
you'd put those two faces together.
Yeah, I look like
When
a
was
military
that?
vet or something. Look how tough I look.
Yeah.
Look at my jawline.
Oh
Boom,
my
big chin.
god!
Yeah. Yeah, no
You
one's
look
messing with
different
you in
enough.
prison.
You could like, you've got one of those abilities to like look different enough without a facial hair that you could like rob a bank or something and or, like commit a crime, shave, no one will find you.
Who's that guy?
Or maybe shave then commit the crime because everyone will know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we've been around the horn on the shaving question, I got to go back, Ben, to how big you were,
Oh yeah.
and then what you did. So just take us through whatever you can of the process to change your life.
Yeah, so I mean, like at my biggest, I was 320. I was in my early 20s. Then I lost a bit of weight. Then I put weight back on, and then I was big for a while. And then in 2018, I just like made a big declaration on social media. I'm tired of being unhealthy and fat and out of shape. And if you see me eating junk food or whatever, this is my accountability post. And I hired a personal trainer, and it's been over 3 years now that I'm wearing small shirts and.
That was only 3 years ago.
Yeah, man. 3.5 now. 3.5.
Yeah.
Fucking it
August
seems like
28th was my
it's
first
weird.
workout.
So what was the biggest change for you? What was the biggest lifestyle change? Was it wasn't just junk food? Was it overeating? Was it just
It wasn't overeating. It was eating the wrong stuff, right? Like eating at the wrong times. Like you don't get really big and unhealthy by eating like crap occasionally and not exercising like occasionally. It's a consistent behavior, and consistent behavior is what gets you to the other side of it. So I just consistently started making better decisions, and I gave myself a couple decisions at a time, and then once I nailed those, I moved on to 2 more, and the other ones became habit. So at first it was no junk food, no fast food, no pop, and I was working out 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for 1 hour at a time. And when you're a big dude or a big person and you've got weight to lose, the moment you make that change and you're consistent with it, it just melts off you. And then that becomes an encouraging thing in itself. And you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And like, I don't know. I was just trying to not be fat. And then I got kind of fit, which was pretty neat. And
Yeah.
now I wake up every day at like 4 in the morning and I work out for 2-3 hours. And yeah, it's really good for not just my physical well-being, but my mental health too.
That is it's an amazing story, man. Because there's, I mean, right? There's a lot of people who haven't been able to tackle that beast, and it dominates their life. I mean, it truly dominates everything about their life. So
yeah, that's me at my biggest.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Dude, that is insane, eh?
You look like Jack Black.
But I used to get that all the time.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
Do you
Just
think you
Sorry,
could
go
have
ahead.
done it without the personal trainer?
No.
I find that interesting.
Yeah,
No?
because having a personal trainer for, I think I had him for 3 months. It was like going to workout school, right? Like
Right.
part of the difficulty, like I would try working out before, and like you don't know what a good lift feels like. You don't know what you're working. There's just little things that you gotta like. I didn't know to keep my heart rate up, like indefinitely for the entire workout. And you don't take lengthy breaks. Like just things that maybe other people figure out, but I wasn't able to. And it's also the shame that you feel when you're a big fat dude at the gym, right? And people stare at you, they give you a hard time, and like there's always snickering and giggling. And you go to a trainer, it's like you've got like a bully protector and someone who's
Right.
showing you how to do stuff. Everybody else at the
Nice.
training gym is in the same position. They're looking to get healthy. It's not like a regular gym, and it's a good confidence builder because just knowing how the machines work, knowing what lifts to do to target what parts, and just stuff like you would never guess that the best way to lose weight is to work your legs. You would think you do your gut. It's a lot of sit-ups, it's a lot of that core work. That's part of it, but your legs are the biggest one because it's your biggest muscle and that's your biggest fat burner. And when you're a big fat guy, I talk about this on stage. You got strong legs, man. Like, it's great.
All right, listen, that's fascinating, and I just wanted to dwell down on that because I just think it could be super helpful for so many people, and lots of people who even aren't big and fat, but really need sort of that incentive to maybe lose a few pounds and feel healthier about themselves and all those kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
Just one last quick question about it. With regard to, was the personal trainer also, you could talk about an accountability post on social media, but the personal trainer is also a bit of accountability, right?
Well, yeah.
Dude, you're going back to see him in 2 days or whatever, and you're supposed to be doing these things, and so you feel compelled to do it for that person.
Well, yeah, not to mention that you spend a bunch of money, and it's like, well, am I going to waste this money? Did I just spend all this money on a trainer to like go home and eat like shit and not care about all the progress that I've made? And you weigh in, and when you listen to the trainer, they're like, don't eat wheat. Like I cut wheat out for like a good while. Now I'll have some treats, but wheat was not my friend, and that's an unfortunate thing, but it is what it is, and you got to accept certain parts of us, right? And that's a part of me that I had to accept, and that I'm not built fairly. I'm an unfairly built little man, and some people could eat sandwiches like all day long. I thought I was doing well with multigrain and whole wheat. That's still there's bad for me. It's a treat. So just little things like that, man. Like it's education. It's knowing how your body works, and I never thought I could get fit, but yeah, like here I am. It's nuts. When you've got the body type as a dude that's prone to putting fat on, it turns out that you can put muscle on pretty easily too. And again, it's a matter of consistent behavior and consistent eating. And when you go consistent the other direction, that's what you get.
Very inspiring, Ben Miner, and he's headlining this weekend at Levity Comedy Club, where he'll give more of his personal chat on losing weight.
Oh, I do. My whole set's about that. My whole set's about how to get jacked and knock a chick up.
Which is your COVID experience, apparently.
Oh yeah, no, my COVID was great. My COVID was awesome.
Lost weight, knocked a chick up. I'm having a baby. Oh, who doesn't love a pandemic?
Like I feel for everybody that had rough times with it, because I'm just sitting back like my life sincerely improved, like in every feasible way.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Listen, I think when we all look back on it, our lives were not necessarily as bad as some of us maybe made out to be. We all survived it. That's the most important thing. Manoli, your last chance to pick a topic here on Friday at 4:20 before we wrap things up. So pick a number, bro.
Does anybody want to guess?
Does anybody guess?
3, 9,
9,
1,
10.
1.
One. Oh,
Damn it.
most boring number of all. All right, here we go.
But 9 and 10, there's just one number there.
All right, Manolis, your last topic on Friday at 420. Do you have a retirement plan? What's your retirement plan?
Fuck.
Mace Cavallino.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. You're right, Ben. Mace Cavallino. I helped that fucking kid when he was, me and Pat did when he was 15. So I'm banking on that kid, man. I've told him straight out, you better fucking, once you pop, buddy, you better pull me in some of that fucking Mace Cavallino shows and all that shit. So
excellent.
that's it.
So
Mace
Manolis is invested in the Mace Cavallino. Patrick, you got any money invested in the Mace Cavallino or?
A little bit, but also in the Manolis. So whoever he ends up benefiting from, he's got to rope me in as well. It's gonna get dispersed.
That's excellent. Ben Miner, you don't have any cachet in this deal, right? You've got other plans for your retirement. What are you gonna do?
Man, who wants to retire? You know what I mean?
Never retire.
No, I'm a comic, man. Like, we don't retire. We just do this till we're not here anymore.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
We don't need a retirement plan. We'll keep working.
Yeah, either that or I piss off to a small island with a shack and a booth. And
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Could you see yourself going to an island and just
as long as I got
isolating
my wife
yourself?
and kid with me. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah?
I don't know.
Some people don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to do that, but I know it sounds like a nice place to visit.
I think about moving to Greece one day and just never coming back, you know?
I don't think that. Here's how that would happen, though. You would just go to Greece and then never come back.
Right.
No,
You'd meet
No
like
plan
some
there.
girl or something. It'd be like
Yeah.
a whole thing. Somebody'd write a romantic comedy about it. Yeah, I Love Manolis would be the name of it, from Manolis with Love.
Yeah,
Manolis has to believe there's a future for him on the Isle of Lesbos. So
I would date a lesbian. I'm pretty open.
But they wouldn't date you. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
I'm very woke.
Not sure you know how this works, Manolis.
all right, listen, we got to wind this thing down. That's how quickly it goes by. But before we do, Ben, talk to us a little bit about your other show on SiriusXM, Joint Ventures Cannabis Radio. You say this is the one you get a real kick out of this because this is your chance to explore the cannabis industry and across Canada, right?
Yeah, it's great. It's I love my comedy show. I love talking to comics, but this is like an opportunity to talk about something other than comedy. And it's not like a pro cannabis show, but it's an informative show about cannabis hosted by like a hippie dippy stoner, basically. But it's not pro cannabis. Like, I don't remember if you heard a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, there was a story that came out in Bloomberg that they found a compound in cannabis which could be a preventative measure towards COVID-19, and then every stoner was sharing it, saying, "Oh, I knew it. I knew this was why I didn't get COVID, because I smoked tons of weed." So then I got a couple doctors on my show to talk about this because I knew that wasn't true. That is the most ridiculous notion I've ever heard.
It's not true?
No, it's not true. So here's what happened. They found a compound within cannabis, and not every strain, just specific strains. And this compound ceases to exist once the plant is combusted. So
you
it
have to
does
eat it?
exist within the plant, but if you're smoking it, you're not getting anything of it. It's in such minuscule amounts. It needs to be extracted and there's so many steps involved. If you're smoking a ton of weed, that doesn't mean go lick a doorknob and hug a stranger. You know what I mean?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's
Amazing
so
how
funny.
information travels in our world these days.
So the weed world is trying to use this to maybe sell more weed. You think?
No, it was a salacious headline, right? And people
Okay.
wanted and it was partially true, but it just made for a lot of shares. It was clickbait, is what it was. And
Right.
I don't know
Okay.
that. I don't know. I don't know that Bloomberg should have necessarily posted that, because I think some people may have gone all willy nilly with it. But yeah, it's like it's technically in weed, but once you smoke weed, it's not there anymore. So no, smoking a bunch of weed did not make you COVID proof. It just means that you got really stoned and stayed on the couch and didn't leave.
Right.
For
You were less exposed to people outside.
So for a full, well-rounded education on cannabis, you can check out Joint Ventures Cannabis Radio with our good friend Ben Miner. That's on Canada Talks on SiriusXM. So please, we encourage you to check those things out. Most important, we encourage you to check out Ben this weekend at Levity. This Friday and Saturday night is going to be a hoot, man. Thank you so much for doing our show, Ben.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. Manoli, you got something you want to say, brother?
Yeah, I want to say that what I love about Ben is like that he smokes a lot of weed and he's like really into working out. I love that he like for all the stoners that are like thinking you smoke weed and you're just lazy. It's like now they have no excuse.
Yeah, man. Wake up at 4 in the morning, work out, and then make a baby with your wife.
Right?
Then
And then hit a bong.
Swish.
I'll be in London, Ontario, Yucks this weekend doing stand up. So I'll be doing that.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And that's what, Friday and Saturday as well?
Friday and Saturday as well. I'm like a little disappointed actually because I almost didn't take it because I kind of was like I wanted to hang out with Ben this weekend in Hamilton, so like it was tough. It was a tough call. You know,
He legitimately called me up earlier. He was like, "Do you mind if I take these gigs?" I'm like, "No, let's take the gigs."
I know. I know. I felt bad because we don't see each other as much as we'd like to, and I was like felt guilty for taking the gig. I'm such an idiot.
For our myriad of viewers in the London, Ontario area, check out Manolis this weekend. If you're in the Hammer, please check out Mr. Ben Miner. Patrick, you're going to be at Levity on this weekend hanging out, right?
Yep, I'll be there.
Yeah, you're always there.
I'm always there.
You're there right now.
I'm there. Yeah, I'm literally there right now.
What else you got coming up? What are you working on?
You can see all our shows at levitycomedyclub.com. We've got Simpsons Trivia coming up. We've got more headliners every weekend. This weekend is the second weekend of Hamilton Winterfest. Next weekend will be the final weekend with Adrienne Fish. We've got Amateur Night every Wednesday, of course. And then now that we're back to full cap, we've got some ideas brewing. So we'll announce those as they come up. But yeah, a lot of exciting stuff coming up.
Some cool stuff going. We all always want to encourage you to go to levitycomedyclub.com to get your tickets in advance, even though it's full capacity. You don't want to miss out on Ben Miner this weekend, so go to levitycomedyclub.com to get your tickets and make sure you are at that show either Friday or Saturday. Thanks, guys. It was a lot of fun. I hope you had a good time. And most important, thank you to you for checking us out on Facebook. And don't forget to like and share. Check out our old episodes out on any of the streaming services. And until we get a chance to talk to you again in 7 days, take it easy.